Rock Hopper here, and today we're going to head up the Colorado River for 2 or 3 days, searching for some hot springs and a sauna cave. All right, let's head out. We are on our way. We're heading up the Colorado River. We're leaving Willow Beach behind, Willow Beach, Arizona, and behind me there, that is the fish hatchery. Looks like we've got company, other paddlers. A lot of tours take people out here. Judging by all the kayaks, there's a stop here of some kind, so let's head up there. I can see people on a trail and go check it out. Hi, buddy. Everything is just ducky here. Alright, there's our trail, so we'll head up to the top and see what we can find. This is the River Gauger's house site from the 1920s to 1935, as it says on the sign, and that is what remains of this guy's house. Got some foundations there, not much else. And he did have a nice view overlooking the river. So what is a river gauger, you might wonder? Well, it's a guy who was living here, and he would check the silt content of the river and the flow every single day. And the reason they were doing that, because he wanted to check and see about the Hoover Dam and where a good site for it would be. The Hoover Dam was actually completed in 1935, and right now we are about 11 miles south of the dam. Willow Beach is about 12 miles to the dam itself. And there's a look at the house back in the day from an old photograph. A lot of kayakers out here today. Wow, there's so many people here, it's like you have to take a number or something. And you can kayak with a dog. Check him out. Hey, buddy.
Abby.
What's up? All right, well, that was interesting. So let's head on to the next place, upriver. This is unbelievably nice today. Smooth and glassy. Just a couple days ago, there were sustained winds of 50 miles an hour. It was terrible. Luckily, I wasn't on the river then. On this cable is the little flying fox where the river gauger would walk, and then he'd take this thing and he'd go across to the catwalk over there, and he would check the river level and the volume of the river every day. So this apparently is the line, maybe, for seeing the Emerald Cove or the Emerald Cave or whatever it is. It's just a place where you see really green water in the sunlight. And a little cove, I guess. Okay, we are going into the Emerald Cave now, so let's see what this thing is about. Apparently there's some real pretty water. Okay, we are in the cave, and this is why they call it the Emerald Cave, is due to the really emerald-looking water that you get in here. And if you look out there, there's the rest of the river. All right, so let's head on back out. Check out that shimmery light up on the wall. That's pretty cool too. Okay, we're heading back out. There's another one of those flying fox cars for the river gauger, and if you look over here to the left, you'll see right against that big cliff is the river gauging station. Let's go have a closer look. Well, there it is. So it looks pretty tall. It's probably about, I don't know, 30, 35, maybe 40 feet above the river.
Prior to the construction of the dams on the Colorado, the river was a warm, silty, rushing river full of native species such as Colorado pike minnow, razorback sucker, and humpback chub. The dams changed river ecology to a clear, cold, slower-moving river, favoring introduced species such as trout, bass, and sunfish, to the detriment of native species, some of which are now struggling to survive.
Unbelievably nice day for kayaking. It's just fantastic. Almost no wind. Glassy water. Just a great day. It's really pretty much of a perfect day. It's not too hot, it's not cold at all. And it looks like now, looking ahead, looks like we've lost the crowds. This is Fantastimundo. This is what it's all about. Being in the beauty of nature and being completely surrounded by that beauty, at one with nature. Tranquil, peaceful, a quiet, wonderful connection with the world outside. I pulled into this little cove to have a break and a snack. Take just a couple seconds to hit that subscribe button. I hope you do. Don't make me paddle you. Let's just go for a little ways up this side canyon and have a quick look. I just saw a lizard go into a hole. Let's have a look and see if we can see any part of him. There's a little lizard there, but that's not the one I'm looking for. I just saw another. Oh, there's another lizard right there. What are you guys doing? Well, I guess they're sharing the rocks. But the other lizard I saw just went into there, and I think it may have been a chuckwalla. If you look in that little hole, there's some sort of lizard with a stripy tail. Didn't get the camera out quick enough to capture his image. I'm right up to this hole here. I don't know what kind of lizard that is with the stripy tail. Does anybody know what it might be? I think we'll call it the end right here at this side canyon. The sweet sound of the canyon wren.
Tamarisk, also known as salt cedar, is originally from Eurasia and was introduced to the U.S. in the 1800s as an ornamental, windbreak, and erosion control plant. They've displaced native plants and animals, altered soil salinity, and have often taken over in thick stands along streams and rivers. And it's become really just a pest and a nuisance now. It does provide a couple of benefits, however. The bees seem to like getting the nectar and the pollen, and it does provide some shade in the desert. However, there are intensive eradication programs designed to get rid of tamarisk. We're back on the water after a nice little snack and exploration break. And here's some of the cliffs to the right of me. Check out these fish. This is just so smooth. I'm paddling on glass. Why couldn't it have been like this on Lake Powell? Lake Powell, Glen Canyon, that's a different beast. And a beast it is. A beautiful beast. Don't forget to check out my Lake Powell video. Kayaking 77 miles alone, Lake Powell, to a place unseen for 16 years. I now have about a 5 mile per hour tailwind. And I think I'm getting within about a mile of the hot spring, maybe. We shall see. There's a seep, like a water seepage out of the wall up there. Let's go check it out. The nice thing about kayaks is you can really maneuver into places. Like this one here where I'm just having to wedge on through. Let's check out this little weeping wall right back here. Yeah, there's a trickle of water all right coming off of there, and it does have enough water to form just a little pool right here. And this plant with the nice little flowers is taking advantage of that nice fresh water coming down off that face of that rock. Pretty good sized seep for out here in the desert. There are other plants taking advantage of the water as well. Something's going on here. It's like they're letting a little more water out of the dam or something. Starting to come on in and fill this place up just a little bit. I'm not sure how far it is to the hot spring from here. I guess we'll find out. I'm hoping to find it before dark. One interesting thing is that along this stretch of the river anyway, they have mile markers along the water. Whoa, check this out. There's a peregrine falcon trying to catch one of these grebes or water birds. Two of these peregrine falcons. They're on the chase. They're on the hunt. Oh, these poor ducks. They're doing their best to evade these guys.
These peregrine falcons have the speed. Oh man. Uh-oh, I think it might be the end for one duck. Right in that bush there, that green bush, right out here. I think they've got, nope. What is that, a kingfisher? Something has escaped the falcons. Whoa, that peregrine falcon just went right over me. He's after that kingfisher back there. I'm seeing a weeping wall and I'm hearing the sound of water, so let's go up this little canyon here and see if there's a waterfall or something. Well, there is like a little waterfall. Check this out. That's kind of cool. Little stream up top. Some cool little hidden discoveries in this place. Pretty time of day here. Nice light up on the hills around here. The sign says caution boaters, rocks, reefs above this point. I don't think we'll have to worry about that. I'm seeing something over there. It looks like maybe a couple of outhouses, so maybe the hot spring's back in there somewhere. Let's go check it out. There are a lot of kayaks here, so obviously there's something here. If this is the springs, I've never seen this many people here in my life. So I just talked to somebody back there, and it is apparently a scout troop that is camping there. There are about 50 people around here tonight, so it's going to be pretty busy. Let's go check out the hot springs. This is the place. We're on the trail of the hot springs. You can see the water there. And coming up through this canyon. Pretty, the flowers contrasting with that red rock. We're walking up this canyon, and the water is warmer. And there's the ladder that'll take us up to the hot spring. Above these sandbags is Arizona Hot Springs, right here. Good morning. Got a little bit chilly last night. All I had was, I brought with me was this little fleece sleeping bag. It's basically just a sleeping bag liner, I guess you'd call it, because I thought it'd be pretty hot out here. But so I'm just camped, came up here, did a little hot spring last night, chilled out up there, and then set up the tent, and then went back up to the hot spring to enjoy them some more. I'm just up from the very large group of people down there. There's probably about 50 people all scattered just not far from me. So it was a little bit busy last night here. So my bedding was just this sheet here and then this very thin fleece liner. Let's go have another look at the hot spring before everybody starts heading up that way. Heading up toward the hot spring this morning and past the palm tree there and going up canyon. Don't stick your head under the water here. There are brain-eating amoebas. Once you come up the ladder, it's a series of sandbags, and each pool is a little bit different temperature. It's cooler down here, and as you go up to the next pile of sandbags, you get up to the next pool, and then it gets even warmer, like this one. And this pool right here is a pretty good temperature. So we'll go up to the next pool, and that'll be a little bit hotter. Okay, going up to the next pool here. And this one's gonna be a bit warmer. Look at the nice color in that water this morning. Oh yeah, that's pretty nice. Oh, it's feeling pretty good, pretty warm. And it's going to be really quite warm up at this next hot pool up here. Behind these sandbags. Oh wow, that's just sparkling clear this morning. That's awesome. Ooh, yeah, that's warm all right. Oh, yeah, it's a little bit too warm up here. Let's go up canyon a little bit. There's the source right there, coming right out of the rock wall. And there's another source just over here as well, coming right out of the wall here and up there. And if you come around the corner, there's just a slight trickle and you're back into the desert. Let's head out for day 2. Let's get kayaking. Heading up toward Hoover Dam. About 4 miles up the dam. Let's go.
Arizona Hot Springs was formerly known as Ringbolt Hot Springs because in the old days, steamships would affix a line to ringbolts secured in the rock walls and pull themselves through the turbulent water. This may have seemed a tedious task, but it was far better than undertaking a close to 200-mile pack mule journey.
Hit that, Mac, he's recording you. Sick! Mac, send it for the vlog. Send it! Do it for the gram. Mac, he's floating away. 3, 2, 1, go! Yeah!
This isn't far from the hot springs, and I'm wondering if those pieces of metal there are maybe a couple of ring bolts. This is the closest you're going to find to an ocean, little seagull, around here. So I imagine I'm going to look very, very tiny in my kayak compared to the concrete behemoth that is Hoover Dam. But before we get there, I think there are some more hot springs and possibly a sauna cave that we've got to check out. Try and find anyway. What kind of ducks are those? Could those be buffleheads? Look at the emerald color in that water. It's really peaceful out here today. It's like we lost most of the crowds. Only seen a few boats go by. Yeah, we're just going to slide through this little narrow bit here between the rock over here and the big cliffs over here. That water's really shallow right through here. And we're going to slide through that little gap right up there. Fun. Right through the gap. Yeah, that's an advantage of being in a little kayak. A quick wild edible moment for you here. This is plantain down here, this plant, and these leaves are massive. They're really sandy, so we'll just take one of these and rinse it off in the river first, and then rinse it off with some clean water. I was just paddling, watching the shore, and then I saw these huge plantain plants, and I thought, hey, might as well get some fresh greens in my diet, so here you go. You can also make a poultice out of the leaves if you get a cut or something, and apply it to the wound. The river water is really clear. You can see down about 30 or maybe even 40 feet to the bottom. The water temperature in this section of the river is only 55 degrees. It'll cool you down real fast. I'm seeing what looks to be a cave on the other side of the river that may have a whole lot of ferns growing in it. Let's go have a look. Wow, check this out. It's like something from Hawaii. Look at the color of that water. And then up ahead, ferns are growing on the side of the wall, and it's like a dripping wall. across from the Fern Grotto is another hot spring apparently, so we're going to head up this canyon here and look for Boy Scout hot springs. So this is Boy Scout Canyon here. Let's check it out. Time for more fresh greens in the wilderness. This time, cattails. Before the main pool, this water coming out of the hillside here is actually too hot to soak in. It comes into this little pool down here. We're following a stream and there's a little waterfall up ahead. Looks like we found the first little hot pool right here. This first pool is really just a warm pool. We'll keep going upstream. Apparently frogs like the warm water here too. These two tadpoles certainly look to be enjoying it. And I also saw a frog swimming away. The water that I'm walking in is definitely getting much warmer, so this is probably the hot spring right here. Oh yeah, that's feeling pretty warm all right. This is definitely the hot spring right here. Have a look at this where the water's just flowing right out of the wall. Another rope. Well, I guess we should go up and check it out. More weeping walls ahead. And more pools. Let's continue upstream. Yet another rope. All right, and now yet another rope. Well, I think that'll do it for this canyon. The water's no longer warm, and I think this is just a route to go out to some trailhead. Back on the water, and I'm seeing something ahead. Looking back for just a minute here. That's from where we have come. Let's check out these palm trees. I think there's something back in here you might want to see. I was told there's something interesting back in these palm trees, so let's see if we can find it. Duck your head, we're going up through the palms. Little path here. See where it leads us. Then we'll climb up this rock. That's a pretty view right there. So we're at the top of a ridge now, and I think I see something in the distance down there. Guess we went up the wrong little gully. No worries. Looks like this trail will take us down there. I just felt this water, and it's definitely hot. We have arrived. Yes, another hot spring. This time up here in the palms. Pretty nice. This one's a warm pool with a view. Well, I guess we did go the right way after all. That's just a sheer drop and a waterfall. See my kayak down there? Like Tom Hanks said in Forrest Gump, that's my boat. Another beautiful day on the river. If you like palm trees, don't forget to check out my video, Palm Tree Paradise. This is a nice little place to have a snack break and just a break. Instead of purifying more water, I'll just put this bottle down here and let this seepage fill it up a little bit. Well, that was a nice shady break. So let's head up toward the Hoover Dam now. And after that, I've got something else to show you, if we can find it. Back on the river again, heading for the big bridge there. Judging by that pipe, I wonder if there was another gauging station there. Additionally, there are a lot of metal posts along here. We didn't make it to the dam yet, but I have a surprise for you, if we can find it, and pretty sure where we're at, but let's check this out. So where do you think I'm bringing you this time? Did anybody guess? Hot spring? But that's not all. I've got something else to show you, and it's not a hot spring. There are some unusual things here. Let's check this stuff out here. This is Gold Strike Canyon here. It's not a hot spring, it's a hot waterfall. That felt good, but now I've got something else to show you. Does anybody know where I'm going with this next one? Anybody? Anybody at all? Did anybody guess? Hot spring? Ding, 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 ding. What do we have for him, Johnny? It's rough, but somebody's got to do the soaking. Maybe I got a little bit lazy after soaking in that hot spring, but I decided to camp here at the mouth of Gold Strike Canyon tonight. And we'll finish off, heading up to the Hoover Dam tomorrow. This is pretty nice. Got a nice little running stream right next to my campsite, and of course got the hot spring just up the way there. So, looks like a good place to spend the night. A guy was telling me that in the early evening they release more water from the dam, and the water level right now, I'm just watching it rise up. The water was there. That's where the front of my kayak was, and luckily I came back to check on it, or that sucker might be floating away right now down the river somewhere. Oh, it's definitely coming in. I put that stick there as a gauge. Dinner has been pretty simple, just these heat and eat type meals in these packets. Eat and eat. That stick is completely submerged now. Oh, good morning. I slept warmer last night. I was right next to that little hot stream, so that water was running about 95 degrees, which kept this place kind of warm. Since I'm, got the tent only like 5 feet from the stream. Good thing I moved the tent though, because the water release from the dam was increased and it inundated where I was going to put the tent. I shared the tent with several of these little gnats, and these ones were just trying to get in. I was going to pitch the tent right there, but all of this became inundated with water, and it went right up to the back of the kayak there. So I ended up pitching it over there, as you can see. I think we should begin day 3 by having a soak before we get to paddling. Like I say, this soaking stuff's hard work, but somebody's got to do it. Water's gone back out. There's that stick that was completely submerged last night, and the water went all the way up to my kayak up there in the upper right. Just in case the river level got too high, I did tie up the boat last night. Today's breakfast is going to be simple, just a couple of energy bars. Last night I pretty much had the entire canyon to myself. Well, not entirely though. I did have toads and crickets for company. It's time to head upriver. We'll go and check out Hoover Dam. But there's something else I want to show you, if we can find it, that may be the coolest thing yet. Alright, let's hit it. Shouldn't be too far to the dam, but like I said, I have something else I want to show you, if we can find it.
That sign looks as old as the dam. I was told that kayaks launch upstream from here all the time, so we'll continue.
Some kind of catwalk up there. We're getting really close to that bridge now. There's the first look at the dam underneath that bridge. Damn it. That's what they said in the 1930s. Damn it. They wanted to build a big dam across the Colorado River.
Originally called Boulder Dam, Hoover Dam is constructed of 6,600,000 tons of concrete, and backed up behind it is the largest reservoir in the U.S., Lake Mead. The dam is 660 feet thick at its base and 45 feet thick at the top. Construction of the dam began in 1931 as part of FDR's New Deal to get men working again during the Great Depression. It's said that 138 workers died during construction, 96 in accidents, and 42 from illness, likely stemming from carbon monoxide poisoning while in the tunnels. It's a myth that men are buried within the concrete. 4 years and 4.3 million yards of concrete later, in 1935, a structure 726.5 feet high and nearly a quarter-mile wide spanned the Colorado River at Black Canyon. Today, the dam is used for flood control and supplies hydropower to 1.3 million people, and the lake provides water to 25 million people living in places like LA and San Diego, Phoenix and Las Vegas, and supplies water to farmers in the Imperial and Coachella valleys of California.
See these tunnels here? These are the spillway tunnels. And they actually diverted the entire Colorado River through these tunnels so that they could construct the dam.
I was told 1 to 2 people commit suicide by jumping off the dam or the bridge every month.
Building that highway bypass bridge was a feat in itself.
Hello, no listen, you cannot be here.
I gotta get in the kayak.
You're not supposed to be even remotely close in this area.
Okay, well,
You better get going.
You guys are here.
I'll get out. Be down here in 2 seconds.
I'll get out of here, man.
All right?
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
So I guess they only allow those tourist boats up there. That guy seemed to really want me to get me out of there, and seems a little bit of a contradiction that they can be there because they're motorized. And on the sign that I saw, it said kayaks below the dam, and they were right about where I was at. So I don't know. Well, now that we've seen the Hoover Dam, it's time to show you one last thing, if we can find it. And I think this thing is going to be pretty cool. So stick around. Let's have a look at this. Looks pretty interesting. As soon as I stepped off the kayak, I could feel the hot water on my feet. All of these springs are hot water coming right out of the mountain. All of them. And you've got your dripping fern grotto there. And you've got your hot water fern grotto here. This wasn't the place I was looking for, but this is still a pretty cool find. So let's head on. I think I've found something. Let's go check it out. Looks like there were some kind of little wooden steps and a cable here, and there seems to be some sort of little trail. So let's follow this. I just met another kayaker, and we're going into the deep depths of this place I was telling you about. So let's go check it out. Come on. Okay, we're going inside the cave.
Here we go.
This is the super secret sauna cave, which is not so much of a secret anymore, I guess. But we're going in.
Do you do it with our lights on or not?
Yeah, we'll go with the lights on. All right, step into the water. We're going into the sauna cave. Okay, we're going in. Oh, it is humid in this place.
It's hard to breathe. We kayak a lot.
All right. Wait, come back here. So I can get your light. We're sloshing through the water. It's about knee deep. So how far does this thing go back? Let's see. Shine the light on the walls
It's
there.
about 50 yards, maybe.
50 yards? Okay.
See the water level right there?
Here, actually, let me take that.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah, thanks. So, it's really hard to see in here because it's completely dark. This was a tunnel that was drilled out when they were doing exploratory stuff for the potential Hoover Dam. And what they did is they hit water, and this tunnel is just like really super steamy and humid, and so that's why they call it the sauna cave. And you can see the rock walls, some interesting stuff on there. Some more stuff here, some kind of calcium or whatever that stuff is, I'm not sure. And this stuff's really cool. Look at this stuff. What is that? It's like stuff you find in those limestone caves. So it's probably lime or calcium. Look at that. That's pretty interesting stuff right there. Crystallized type stuff, formations. Real interesting. And yeah, look at all this stuff. Looking up over your head now. Look at those formations right there. That's like little mini stalactites. And then we're going back. And I think we're getting close to the end. Yeah, that is the end right there. Let's shine our lights back here. I can see what's going on. Yeah, that's just the wall of this white stuff. Thanks, Marlena. That was awesome. Thanks for going in there and checking it out with me, and we got to use your headlamp as well, so that added a little bit extra light.
Right?
I have a moth getting water off my sock. Can you see him? So since you guys have seen, for the most part, everything there is to see along the river, I'm going to leave you from here, even though I'm going to camp out for another night, maybe two, on the way back down to Willow Beach. Just so you know, Arizona hot springs can get very, very crowded. There's an invasion by water and land that takes place. This is where I camped on the third night.
On the last day out, I fought a spirited headwind on my return to Willow Beach.
Well, there are a few things you might want to know if you're planning on going and doing a kayak trip upriver. We do let more water out in the evening, and the water level of the river does rise, so you want to pull your kayak way up so it's out of the water's reach in the evening. Another thing you might want to be aware of is the headwinds usually blow if you're going back downstream. The headwinds are coming at you in the afternoon. So some things I liked and maybe didn't like so much. Something I liked is that this stretch of river is very kayak friendly. There's even a day or two when they don't allow motorboats on here, so it's just kayaks. I think it may be Monday when it's just non-motorized craft, so that's pretty cool. I was really kind of disappointed that this area has been really discovered, and there are just so many people out here now. There was a time where I could come out here and be almost the only person at that hot spring in the Arizona hot springs. I remember bringing a couple from England here, and we were the only 3 people there. I hope you enjoyed this river trip up the Colorado River to the Hoover Dam with me. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Don't forget to share this with all your friends and family, and give me a thumbs up like. Until next time, this is Rockhopper, and I'll see ya.